So why are you here then?
The problem is that I can never come.
Sex isn't always straightforward.
My vagina doesn't get wet.
My penis is really itchy.
My boyfriend thinks that I'm a sex addict.
Gosh, okay.
If you want to get on top of a bedroom dilemma,
certain positions, it really hurts.
or need a checkup down below,
Ooh la la.
this is the clinic for you.
Hi, love.
So fit.
From tips on technique
This is just one of the ways that you can attach a strap on to somebody's body.
to tough love,
It sounds like there's a lot of hurt.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need a minute in a minute.
Okay.
no topic is off limits.
Anal sex.
BDSM.
Being licked out. My fantasy is to peg a guy.
This expert team
I'm gonna just take some swabs now.
will help ensure your night of passion doesn't lead to a world of pain.
Don't do unprotected sex, guys. That's what happened.
Checking in for a checkup,
Today I've come to the clinic because my penis works too well.
Sometimes either I can't get it up or I can't keep it up.
I'm here to get tested, see if I'm all good to start a relationship.
Come around again, it's alright.
What did you do at the weekend?
I went on a date.
Did you?
I did. The flow just wasn't there, the chemistry wasn't.
Oh.
No.
Funny, isn't it, chemistry? You
yeah.
never know until you meet someone.
See, I know within.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
If you had to pick between a skinny long dick or like a fat short dick, like a chode, as I say, what would you do?
The long skinny one.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you take your dick?
As it comes.
I'm very much the kind of person that's like, it doesn't matter about what you have, like you can have anything, it's how you use it. Because you can have like the best dick in the world and then like, be like, I'm Olu, I'm 19, I'm from Essex and I'm a student at Portsmouth. My friends would describe me as weird, crazy, way too energetic. When I enter a room, you shout Olu because I'm it.
What turns you on?
A big dick.
You're straight?
I'm bisexual.
Are you bisexual?
Yeah, and vaginas. I can't imagine only being attracted to one gender. Like, how can you just walk around only liking 50% of the populace? I don't get it. Girls are 110% better at sex than guys because they know what they're doing. Guys can try their best. Like, you guys are great, but you don't know, like, do you know how many guys that don't know where a clitoris is? It's very frustrating.
So what are you guys like here? Like, what are you in for? What did you do?
To get tested because I should. I haven't been tested before. I really, really want to get tested today to see if I have anything. Oh, see you later, guys. People think that you don't need to get tested because you think you're safe, but it's invisible. You never know. Symptoms don't come out for months and stuff like that. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Naomi.
I'm Olu.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in. So, Olu, tell me why you've come to the clinic today.
I've come in today to get tested. I just want to, like, see if I have anything. I don't think I have because I've been careful, but you never know.
Have you ever been checked for STIs?
No, I haven't, which I really should have.
Why is it that you've never been tested before?
I'm scared. I haven't been told about it at all. I've learnt about sexual health a bit, but never about being tested. So it's completely a grey area to me. So I'm Nigerian, both my parents are Nigerian, but I was born in London. I've lived here my whole life. I was raised Catholic, I still am now. I went to a girls' secondary school from year 7 to year 13, and it was Catholic all the way through. And the only sex education that we got was, hey, you have periods. That was it. So I didn't learn a lot from school or from home in any fact, way or about it.
And how long have you been having sex for?
2 years.
When was the last time you had any sex?
A month ago.
And was that with a man or a woman?
A man.
How many parts have you had roughly in the last 12 months?
2.
2, okay. Were they long-term relationships, short-term, one-offs?
Both of them were short-term.
And you said that you're always careful, mostly careful?
I've never had heterosexual sex without a condom, ever.
Okay. And when you say heterosexual sex, are you talking about vaginal sex?
Yeah, so like penetrative sex with a dick and my vagina.
Have you ever had oral sex though with a man without a condom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
So, no, it's just interesting because I think lots of people go, oh, I was protected, but...
Yeah, I know that obviously loads of things can get passed that way.
Think the upside of going down is that you can't get an STI? Wrong. Syphilis, gonorrhea and chlamydia can all be caught through oral sex, and there's a small chance of HIV being passed on too. To reduce the risk, wrap up. If you're giving a blowjob, ask your partner to wear a condom. Not to your taste? Reach for a flavoured one. If your oral adventure means your mouth will be pressing up against a vagina or anus, then use a dental dam, a thin, flexible square of latex you place over your partner's privates. After sex, make sure you throw the condom or dam in the bin. Never flush them down the loo.
I want to say that I don't have anything, but you can never know. And I'm just scared.
So I think it's definitely important that we do screening. So we'll do a vaginal swab for gonorrhea and chlamydia. We'll also do a throat swab for gonorrhea and chlamydia. And we'll do blood for HIV and syphilis. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Excellent. Should we pop you onto bed?
Yeah.
Have you had a speculum exam before?
No, it looks like a Victorian torture device. I'm nervous about getting tested. I honestly don't know which STIs and stuff like that you can get.
So I'm just going to do this throat swab. And this is going to test for gonorrhea and chlamydia. If you take a seat in the waiting room, we'll call you back when your results are ready.
Thank you.
All right.
You know, sometimes when I wonk, I have that
Should you call it wonk?
wonk, yeah.
Wonk.
Wonk.
Wank.
Wang?
Wank.
W-N-K-N.
No. Whiskey Alpha. I just want wank.
Wonk.
Wank.
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 Yeah, wank. Wank.
Wank.
Yes.
I'm Kat, I'm from Romania and I'm living in London. I work in a store. I sell chicken and beef. Make office.
Why did you come here today?
So the actual reason is recently I just got back with my ex because we're back together. I just want to make sure that I'm nice and clean. We don't use protection. I'm seeing this guy for a year. We had a break for 2 months. So in these 2 months, I had sex, he had sex. I was going on Grindr after work, find somebody, meet, have sex, back on Grindr, back on dates. We had sex last night. We didn't use protection, and he knows that I've been cheeky, and he been cheeky too. And I'm here to get tested, see if I'm all good to start a relationship. If I end up with something, I'm gonna stop having sex until I'm gonna be cured. I'm sure it's gonna be okay, I hope.
Hello.
Hello there.
Come on in, take a seat.
Thank you.
How can I help you today?
Right, so I'm here to get tested.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll have a little look at the kind of sex that you're having at the moment, and then it will help me kind of work out, you know, what sort of tests we need to do for the full screening. Yeah. So paint me a little bit of a picture. What sort of things do you get up to in the bedroom? What kind of sex do you enjoy having?
A little bit dirty.
Okay.
As in, you know, in a decent way.
Okay. What's the weirdest thing anyone's ever asked you to do during sex?
To fist him. But with my foot.
With your foot?
Yeah. I start with my fingers and was like, no, I don't want that. This is too small. Try this. I was like, there you go.
How far in did you go?
Up to here.
And has anyone ever paid you to have sex with them before?
Paid me?
Yeah.
I wish.
And how regularly do you get tested?
very often. Because I always had something. I was with this guy for a year. Recently, we got back together.
Okay.
And it was the first time when I had an STD. When I got tested, I was like, hold on a minute, so you need treatment. I didn't say the treatment right. Like, I missed, I think, like a couple of pills. Then I passed it to him. Then he didn't complete the treatment. He passed it to me. So that happened like about 4 times.
Yeah.
We're gonna live with chlamydia like for like 10 years
Forever.
from now. Yeah. So we went to the clinic. And then at the clinic, I realized that I've got gonorrhea.
Right. You've had chlamydia before?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've had treatment for gonorrhea?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been tested for syphilis before?
I had syphilis in the
You've
past.
had syphilis in the past before. Okay. You've had quite a lot of infections already in the past. Does this worry you? I mean, they could have easily been HIV infections there.
I know.
And we know if you have something like chlamydia, it can increase the likelihood of acquiring a HIV infection because of all the pus can sometimes act as a landing platform for HIV. Does that worry you?
It does, yeah. Because the last time I had sex with another guy, I didn't ask for his status. And he just disappeared.
You're feeling quite anxious potentially about that result today.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, actually, yeah, I am.
Right, let's go.
You're going to get up on here and make yourself comfortable for me.
Having had unprotected sex while on a break from his long-term relationship, Kat is having a full STI screening.
So let's have a look. Okay, great. So you'll just feel me take one swab.
You would know because you had sex with a girl.
Yeah.
Does a vagina feel like it's that long inside?
I wouldn't know, mate. I'm not getting anywhere near the back end of that.
I'm just going to take a little rectal swab from you, okay, to check your bottom. So don't fight me with it. Is that uncomfortable?
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so that's all the tests done now. If you go and take a seat in the waiting room, I'll give you a shout when they're all ready.
So where do you guys draw the line at sex?
So, a finger in the bum hole.
Why?
Why?
In yours or in hers?
Mine.
Why?
Nothing goes near my arse.
Fair enough.
Shame.
I'm Matt from Lincoln. I'm 26. I describe myself as fun and outgoing. Definitely try and be the class clown usually. I once had sex with a girl. She told me to fuck her like she was my sister.
What did she mean? Did she elaborate? Did she explain?
Yeah, like,
what did
I mean,
you
she
do?
didn't give me the definition.
Like, what does that mean? Like, get them a Topshop voucher for Christmas or something like that?
I once had sex in a field and the girl said to me, "Did you just touch my bum?" And I was like, "No." And Rem was really weirded out, so I went sat back in the car, flicked the lights on, and there was a cow sat there he had his wet nose pressed up against her bum.
What are you here for?
Basically, like, I used to be able to have sex for quite a long time. Well, a long time to me is like anywhere 10 minutes plus.
Oh my God, that's ages.
Yeah, no, it's enough. For about a year and a half, it's like we're dwindling on the minute 30 mark. Why has it changed? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Today I've come to the clinic to discuss my penis because it works too well. I have someone round, take them upstairs for a night of hot, passionate sex. It begins and ends very, very fast afterwards.
Oh, let me know how you get on.
Oh, I will. This condition is affecting my confidence slightly. I've still got reams of it, however, not as much as before. So I'd like to talk to someone just so I can kind of bring back the old stallion. Worst case scenario is it stays as it is. That could mean a lot of disappointment for anyone other than myself.
So what's brought you into the clinic today?
I am suffering from premature ejaculation.
Tell me what's been happening.
So like, maybe like a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
everything was fine and dandy. But more recently, it kind of just doesn't seem to last as long.
So what would ideal sex look like for you?
lasting more than 2.5 minutes.
More than 2.5 minutes.
The average man takes between 5 and 7 minutes to come. If you cross the finish line sooner, you could be suffering from premature ejaculation. As many as a third of men are affected at some point. It can be down to anxiety, depression, or prostate problems. If you're worried, get it checked out. Need to slow things down between the sheets? Try sex with your partner on top. Use extra thick condoms to decrease sensitivity, or masturbate a couple of hours before making love.
And is it something that you talk to your sexual partners about before you start having
Yeah,
sex?
definitely. So I like make them aware and make a joke out of it before it's a problem or an issue. So they're already pre-warned. Like, I think I like to make it a joke.
Yeah.
Before they make it a joke.
Okay. And what impact is that having on you, on your sex life and your confidence?
I mean, I try not to let it get to me too much. Obviously, it does knock your confidence a little bit.
What sort of things have you tried doing to last longer?
I've literally not delved into anything.
No, okay.
Nothing at all.
Sexual positions, have you got any favourites?
Yeah, so like doggy.
Yeah?
Yeah, kind of like on the side as well.
Okay. So, lady on the side can sometimes make that vaginal canal a little bit tighter, which might mean that you're coming a little bit quicker. Doggy works really, really well, so that is a good one. Another one is missionary, sometimes with them on top.
Yeah.
It just means that it is getting to the point where you start to edge or come really close to ejaculation. You can kind of get them off and bring it up to the front with some oral sex again, just so that it takes the focus off on there.
Yeah.
Some things that can be really useful is exactly what you're doing already. So kind of talking to partners about it, but not letting it be something that you place a lot of focus on. Do you find that something that you're happening?
Yeah, you kind of concentrate on it, do you know what I mean? And it's like, because I've already talked about it beforehand anyway.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you go into it thinking, this
Yeah.
isn't going to take long.
I wonder whether you would feel slightly different if you didn't have to excuse it through humour at the beginning and just kind of working on the lines of let's just see where it goes, because then already you're working outside of this self-fulfilling prophecy. When you are at home and you're having a wank, I would really recommend you try something called edging, which is also sometimes known as this stop-start technique.
Yeah.
So get to the edge where you're going to come, but then stop.
Right, yeah.
And then wait for it to calm down and then go again. If you try that really regularly, even if you get an extra 10 seconds or anything else like that, it's almost retraining your penis ready for when it goes into like the demonstration arena. Think of your penis like a long distance runner. Okay.
Back to boot camp.
Back to boot camp, buy a little vest. So like you wouldn't automatically start running marathons, would you?
No, yeah.
No, so you need to start running around the block a little bit first, building that endurance, building up that stamina, and then before you know it, you'll have like gold medals all the way through. Those pieces of advice, long term, will make you last longer and will get that kind of sexual confidence back that I think potentially you're missing at the moment.
Yeah.
So Matt, plenty of homework for you to be cracking on with.
It's actually really helpful. I learnt a lot of things I didn't realise today. So I'm going to take my homework with me back to boot camp. We're training myself. Wanking, wanking, wanking and wanking.
It's going down.
Time-wise, we're going for the 10-minute mark. We're going for it. We're taking no prisoners, basically.
I used to see this guy and he like said he wouldn't go down on girls because it made him feel too submissive.
All right then.
Foreplay is so important.
Foreplay is almost better than sex. If all the guy does is hokey cokey, in, out, shake it all about, you're never gonna fucking come.
Depends how much energy I've got.
Foreplay is so important.
Very important. It's extremely important. Definitely. Always been.
Even if it's just dry humping, just getting into the mood is very important.
I don't really care about it because I just get off like that. So, yeah, I'm not really that arsed.
You can't just have sex.
No.
I'd rather get straight to the point. Like if a guy sucks my nipples, I'm like, what are you doing?
These guys that don't like going down on women, I think, just need to get over it. If I'm swallowing, then you need to have a taste.
Actually, I can't say too much because at the start of our relationship, I was refusing to like give him a blowjob.
I think he's more of an ass kind of guy. He's definitely an ass guy.
Sure.
He's more ass than dick.
I'll be honest, there's nothing better than a nice peachy bum. My name is Johnny.
My name is Liam. We come from Llanelli. It's a small town based in South Wales.
And we've been together for about 8 months now.
What's your preferred way of doing it?
Position?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a doggy. I love being a doggy.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of dog, am I?
No, I don't think we've ever done doggy.
I don't mind a bit of riding. I love a bit of riding.
I first saw Liam on Facebook, so I messaged him, and we ended up going for food. There was such a connection. We ended up kissing, and it was just like, that was like the spark, and it was just like, wow.
You're the bottom.
And the bottom, yeah.
Being a bottom is such a hard work.
I think tops have it much easier. Yeah, they do. They get it much easier.
Hey, you put in the effort beforehand, we put in the effort during.
The first time I saw Johnny, I thought he was absolutely beautiful. His eyes, 100% the eyes, wow, yeah. His eyes are amazing. His eyes, they change colour on different days.
Nope.
Our relationship's pretty much electric. There's always sparks flying, and there's always the passion, the fire behind it. I hope we're gonna get married and have a nice big house and stuff. Say the only thing is that we, when it comes to sex, sometimes we have a bit of issue. If we're not able to sort this out, it'll probably end up that he will probably end up leaving me.
Johnny is meeting the clinic's sex therapist, Charlene.
Hey there.
Hello, hi. Take a seat, it's Johnny.
Of course, yeah.
Nice to meet you, I'm Charlene.
Nice to meet you, Charlene.
Take a seat, Johnny. What brings you to therapy today, Johnny?
When me and my partner are getting intimate and stuff,
Yeah.
it's just I feel like I can't really fully perform. And it's getting to the point now where I'm putting it off a little bit because I'm thinking I'm just gonna embarrass myself because I can't get it up. And I don't know why.
And has this always happened with you with regards to other relationships as well?
No, not really.
So-
No, it's just with Liam, really.
So what kind of conditions do you need to have a fulfilling sexual experience?
He has to be ready. It can't just be in the moment, because he has to prepare for it.
Explain to me a little bit about when you say preparing, what do you mean by preparing?
You just make sure that he's clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does the preparation take?
It takes about 15, 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
But in that time, my mind's just racing and stuff.
Okay.
But if he's gone through the effort of preparing, I have to try and make sure that I'm going to perform right. And then I start overthinking almost straight away, and I can't usually get it up.
And in the moment, are you enjoying the sexual experience?
Yeah, in the moment I am, but as soon as I start thinking, am I doing that right? My mind just starts racing off and going off on a tangent, and just thinking, am I going hard enough, or am I going far enough, or is the position right? Is he enjoying it? Is it actually good for him?
So a real concern about whether he's enjoying it, whether you're doing it right, and so
Yeah,
forth.
exactly. I just want to make it pleasurable for him, good for him, and I just feel like I'm not. I don't know why.
Well, I feel the pressure as I'm sort of listening to you sort of speak about the kind of preparation for this big act.
Yeah, that's it. It turns from spur of the moment thing into a big performance, and I just can't.
How does that make you feel?
It's really bad. Yeah, I feel like I'm not fulfilling my role. I'm not in it. I feel like you have to just make it amazing every time.
Right.
And I try and make it amazing every time, and I'm trying to make sure that he's enjoying it, but I just fall down because I can't get it up.
I'm not sure if you've heard of the term performance anxiety.
No, not
so
really.
it's when anxiety builds up in line with your performance. So it could be a case that you're not getting hard and you're seeing that you're not getting hard, and that then brings about the anxiety.
Yeah.
You could have more of a conversation to kind of maybe get his reassurance around what he wants, what he doesn't want. That might be kind of a good way to go.
We just don't talk about stuff that happens in the bedroom, really. I think it's more so because it embarrasses me, to be honest. So I don't really want to talk about why I'm like not being able to keep it hard, really. I hope he's not going to leave me anytime soon. So I hope we're going to be together for a heck of a long time, and I don't want to let him down.
How often do you masturbate?
Daily.
Daily.
Yeah. Totally. And if I have a hangover, like I just love
Oh,
being in
hangovers,
bed.
yeah,
and
that's it. That's all
like,
I'm doing, man.
How often do you masturbate?
I've done it twice since I've been here. Oh, hello. My name's Carl. I'm from Liverpool. I'm just a standard lad. You know when people ask what my hobbies are, it's I like watching the football, like going out with my mates. Not doing yet. I'm here today pretty much because recently-ish got out of a relationship. I think it's just good to get an STI test.
Carl, when did you last have a sexual health screen?
3 years ago, give or take.
3 years ago.
I was having doggy sex with my ex once, and then he proceeded to like go down on me, and I just do literally the biggest fanny fart I've ever done in my life. It's like
whoopee cushions.
in his face, like right in his face.
And the last time you had sex was when?
About a week and a half ago.
A week and a half ago? What part of the world is she from?
South Yorkshire.
There's this one guy, like, I've slept with him twice. Literally the whole way through he was going, yeah, like that. I was like...
So?
I'm Sophie, I'm from Bristol. I'm single at the moment, which is fun. I'm at the clinic today to get a test. It's about 6 months ago I last went and I got tested, and they told me everything was like A-okay. So that's where I'm hoping I'm still at, but we'll see.
So, how can we help you?
I'd like to get tested because it's been 6 months since I last got tested for everything, and I've had sex recently, so I just want to make sure everything's all right.
So, with regards to your sexual history, do you have any symptoms at the moment?
I don't think so, no.
And since your last screen, how many people have you had sex with?
About 4, I think.
Okay. And out of those 4, did you use condoms?
Mostly use condoms.
Okay.
There's one incident of unprotected sex, no condom.
Okay.
We were having sex and we were using a condom, and then I realised, like, after a little while that he wasn't wearing one anymore. He took it off and didn't tell me or ask me.
Okay.
So it's not great.
And when did you realise that had happened?
After a little bit, I guess. I couldn't say exactly how long. I could feel that something was, you can feel that it's different. And then obviously I kind of like looked and I was like, you've taken that off. And he was like, yeah, is that okay? No, it's not fucking okay. That made me feel really, like my trust was really broken. Made me feel really disrespected.
And were you aware, did he ejaculate inside you?
He didn't ejaculate, as far as I know, unless he did after, might have done after I left, but he didn't while I was there.
Okay. Have you heard of the term stealthing?
No.
It's a term that some people use to describe when a condom's in place and that's consensually how the two people decide to have sex, and then the man takes that off without consent. And some people class that as sexual assault.
Yeah.
Because you've started consensually having sex, but then I guess the goalposts almost have changed slightly without you consenting to that change.
Yeah. Men who do that probably have little to no idea of the impact that they can have on someone emotionally. Then there's also the worry of, am I going to end up with chlamydia or HIV or any of these scary things that you didn't think you were going to have to worry about.
I think stealthing is definitely a serious issue and it's definitely unacceptable. I think we draw the line at that. Whether or not it's sexual assault, I think is a very grey area. but it's definitely not an acceptable thing to start using a condom and take it off without any sort of discussion between the couple. And I think we have to remember that and be strong and say, this is unacceptable.
I think the issue is like what it comes down to is it's one person choosing their comfort over somebody else's. And if you're going to have sex and you're going to be intimate and you're going to be vulnerable, then like you should both have each other on your mind. And I was like quite annoyed. And we didn't really speak after that. It was just kind of like through like a little bit of eye contact and body language. We were like clearly on different pages of like what sort of situation that was. And then I just left. So I was like, I don't want to be around this person. I want to get out of this situation.
I think it's good you said no and you listened to that. Given everything you told me today, I think it's worth doing a full sexual health screen. Should we pop you onto the bed?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Go on. So, have you ever had a speculum examination before?
Yeah, I think so. If you've agreed that you're going to use condoms, then you have to keep that on. I went and took the morning after pill just in case, but I don't think that pregnancy was so much a risk. But obviously I need to be tested as well.
So, I'm just doing the swab now.
Get you to have a seat right here for me.
Next door, Carl is also having a full sexual health test.
Here's the first swab. Well done.
We have swab for gonorrhea, chlamydia, done bloods for HIV and syphilis. Take a seat in the waiting room and we'll call you through when the results are available. Cool. All
Thanks.
right, darling.
Nice
Okay.
one. Cheers. All right, Carl, so I'm going to go and process your samples. Once the results are ready, I'll get somebody to call you from the waiting area, okay?
Cool.
So get dressed, have a seat for me in the waiting room.
What's the worst place and the best place you've ever had sex?
The best has just got to be a bed, hasn't it? For me, at least. Places, not my thing so far. We'll see.
My worst was in one of those, you know, you get like festival toilets.
Please no. So did.
But I'm just like, I don't care because I'm really on the idea and we just really want to bang. And then like halfway through, I'm like, oh, it didn't even smell like shit. It just smelled like piss. I was just like, all I can smell
I feel like that's
is piss.
Ew, crusty piss.
Toby Carvery toilets during breakfast.
Staying room.
In my mum's garden.
In somebody's front garden.
In a car.
In a car.
In a car.
I've had sex more times in a car than I have in an actual bed. People are like, oh, we did it in the car, in the driveway. And I'm like, why?
Restaurant toilets, they're pretty good.
Nando's toilets.
There has to be like a nice restaurant because it can't just be Nando's.
I also had sex in a cafe near a toilet, actually. Oh, no, wait. No, that was just a blowjob.
I have tossed someone off on an aeroplane.
I've done it on beaches in broad daylight.
Hyde Park. Midday though.
Pubs, nightclubs, out the back of nightclubs.
On a motorway.
Side of a police station. Yeah, side of a police station, that one tops the list, I think.
You guys a couple, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know him. I don't know him at all. Just found him on the street, just dragged him and brought him in here. Why not?
Following Johnny's earlier solo session, he and boyfriend Liam are now seeing therapist Charlene together.
On fleek.
Oh,
your man Johnny.
yeah.
Great, I'll see you all soon.
See you guys in a bit. Hey, will do.
My mind's been racing so much, I can't stay hard enough while we're having penetrative sex.
Excited?
Yeah. I feel like if we don't speak about it, I think it will eventually get in between my relationship with Johnny. I think we need some advice.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome back.
How are you?
Take a seat. I'm very good, thank you. Johnny, would you like to maybe share kind of what we looked at?
I overthink a lot when we're like having sex and trying to make sure that everything's good. So she's told me that I should like stay in the moment.
Liam, because he has to prepare beforehand, before we have sex. Otherwise, that he's not ready for it. And it's while he's preparing, I'm thinking he's gone through the effort of doing that. I've got to make sure it's worth that effort.
So I'm wondering if there's a time where you can douche, but where Johnny isn't waiting for you.
Yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
Would you? How comfortable would you feel about that in terms
Yeah,
of
that would,
sexual
I think
experience?
that would help a lot.
It's not just about the weight, it's more about him going through the effort and then me having to fulfill my like part of it.
What do you feel the expectation is of you sexually?
I feel like I have to be like the best ever, like all the time. Like I've got to try and make it like mind-blowing pretty much.
Right. And have you asked Liam if that's what he wants?
Not really, no. That's like, I thought everyone kind of wants that sort of thing.
Not everyone.
No?
No. I don't want that. I just want you to enjoy it.
I'm thinking I have to be the best I can at all times and stuff. And it's the bedroom because I haven't really had much experience. I've not had many like sexual partners at all.
Mm. So sounds like you've got some insecurities then, maybe.
Yeah, probably. But like, even for like the start of the relationship, I was like, well, am I as good as the people you've been with?
Right.
And it was constantly like, I felt like I had to compare myself to them, and I had to like compete with them. And I'm thinking that if I'm not good enough, you're going to go back there.
I'm not with them, I'm with you.
I know you're not with them and you're with me.
Do you know what I mean? So you shouldn't think like that. Because I'm with you for a reason, and that's because I love you. And don't ever feel like you have to be this perfect person, or you need to do this perfectly or that perfectly, because that's not reality. Yeah?
I'm glad that it has released something emotionally for both of you. I think as a couple, I'd really encourage you to continue to have these conversations about, your assumptions. Sometimes assumptions can feel really real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can feel like our truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so-
I completely get that.
Right, and so sometimes that then affects our sexual functioning as well. Because if we believe it, then our body believes it too.
Mm.
Just enjoying the moment and just feeling in the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
Okay, all right. Really lovely to meet you both today. Wish you well.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much. So much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
It was definitely useful with consultation. It's helped us so much, and I think it's allowed us to be able to speak about a lot more things that we thought we spoke about but actually didn't.
Yeah, I think from now on that we're just going to be able to talk a lot more and just be really open about exactly how we're feeling and exactly what's going on, rather than just keeping it to ourselves.
You've got to speak about things to make a relationship work.
Of course you do. Right. One. Hey.
Is there going to be a lot of talking tonight?
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a hell of a lot of talking going on.
Maybe less talking actually, we'll see.
Oh, all right.
Are you nervous? Are you worried?
Well, I know not everything has symptoms.
Which is worst? Trust me, like, I lived with syphilis for quite a long time and I didn't know that I have it until I get to the clinic.
How about yourself? Are you concerned about the results at all?
Fuck yeah.
Really, yeah.
With their STI results almost ready, the wait is nearly over for Kat, Carl, Olu and Sophie.
You nervous about getting the results at all?
It's my first time. I've never been tested before.
Carl, good luck.
Cheers.
Oh. I'm nervous because this is a thing. I'm doing this. I could have something. I don't know.
Hello, Carl.
Right, you're right.
Thank you for waiting.
No problem.
How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Okay.
Okay, Carl, so we did a full sexual health screen for you today, as promised, and your results are back.
Okay.
So we look for gonorrhea and chlamydia in the throat, gonorrhea and chlamydia in the vagina, and HIV and syphilis on a blood test. I'm pleased to say they've all come back negative.
Thank you.
The swab that we did for chlamydia came back as negative.
Cool.
We also checked you for gonorrhea, and that came back as negative.
Cool.
I feel so relieved now that I know that about myself. I can go about my life and not have to worry until the next person comes along.
We did a blood test, just routine for HIV and syphilis, and that too was negative.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you've had a full negative sexual health screen. All right.
Sounds great.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Carl.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
It's been a pleasure to meet you today.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
I didn't realise how nervous I was to get the results until the doors opened and I saw her sitting there and I was like, oh God, It felt like I was talking to my head teacher and she was about to either tell me off or tell me I got like the best grade in school. I'm off. I know, so sad. Nice to meet you.
See ya.
Other people need to know that getting tested isn't a scary thing. It isn't something that you should be ashamed of. Everyone needs to do it.
I'm nervous now. I wasn't, but now I am.
I'm a little bit concerned because I had sex with a guy who decided to like take the condom off halfway through.
Did you ask the person, like, hey, have you got anything?
No, I didn't want to talk to him. No.
Sophie.
Hopefully it'll be all right, but I am a little bit nervous. Who wouldn't be nervous? Yeah, it's kind of like when you're waiting for your GCSE results, isn't it?
Hopefully it will be all clear, but I have a feeling that it's not. I was with a guy and I didn't know his HIV status and he just disappeared. I woke up in the morning and I was like, what the fuck? So I'm a little bit scared now.
How are you feeling about your results?
I'm a little bit nervous.
So we've got the results back from your sexual health screen.
We did some swabs. Those are being tested for chlamydia and gonorrhea, which have been infections that you've had before.
Yeah.
And they came back as being negative. Okay.
Right.
So your gonorrhea and chlamydia test we did from the throat and the vagina, they're both negative. And your blood test for HIV and syphilis is also negative. Yeah?
That's great.
Right. The HIV test, which I know you were really anxious about, that came back as being negative. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling relieved now.
Yeah. It won't show up any of the sexual partners that you've had in the last 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
Okay. So I would be hitting a clinic every sort of 3 months if I was you.
I will do.
Yeah. The syphilis test did come back as being positive. When a patient has been treated for syphilis before, you will always show up as being positive on a blood test. We generally do another blood test just to see whether it's been reactivated or not. We will get that result hopefully within 24 hours and keep you posted on that one there.
It is a weight off my mind. I just felt really, really anxious about whether or not I contracted something because it just seemed like it would be like a double punishment. So it's nice to know that at least like my physical, sexual health is all in good shape.
And hopefully this is the start of you starting to recover, I guess, from certain things, because I think if you can put the health bit aside, you can then start dealing with the emotional impact to some degree.
Yeah, it's just giving myself time and breathing space, I guess, from here. Yeah, I can do that. It was nice to hear from a professional perspective. Naomi's on the same sort of page as me of like saying that it's not really acceptable behaviour. And yeah, I feel like sort of emotionally validated.
Sophie, it's been a real pleasure to meet you today and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, thanks for your help.
All
See you
right,
later.
you take care, bye.
Bye. And I'm really pleased to have had the result that I had as well. I was a little bit anxious just in case it turned out that I had anything, and I was clean from everything.
You were quite keen maybe to be hooking back up with your partner. Is that right?
Yeah.
So remember, your test results aren't somebody else's test results. So just because you're all negative, you shouldn't take that as a sign that he doesn't have anything either. So it would definitely be a really good idea for them to go
Get him into the clinic.
Moving forward, what have you taken from today?
I'll definitely try to use the condom from now as I'm all clean and I don't want to have like this stress anymore. All negative, all clean. Happy days. I feel relief.
We'll see you again in maybe another 3 months.
Definitely, I'll be here.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Right now, I'm really sure that I'll use condoms. I'm just gonna go home, show to my partner the results and like celebrate with a bottle of wine. I love spending time with him, so it's a little bit exciting. Happy days.